Now, just like that song says, the times, they are a-changing. And with the advent of being able to earn a living online, there's a few options available to us. Two of them, water or wheels. Hello, okay, something different again. This is Kate.
Hi.
And Kate used to live near us in the Philippines, and before we came back, Kate returned, and we were both choosing mobile homes, as it were. You've gone for four wheels, I've gone for water.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you around Kate's mini home, mobile home,
rolling home,
and then we're going to do some comparisons with what is in this vehicle and the pros and cons, and what we've got on the water. As soon as Kate opens the door of the van, I'm immediately struck by what a clever use of space there is. The sink's immediately there, the cooking facilities I can see already, and just over her left shoulder I can see the sleeping arrangements. And a quick look around, I'm wondering what's behind all the little cupboards and all the little doors, because boats and camper vans have clever use of space. As soon as I saw the toilet on the camper van, it made me smile. Not because I was busting to go or anything, but I noticed immediately it was the same model of shower tray and cassette toilet that we've got on Badger, just configured slightly different. And I'd have to say they've probably used the space in a much more efficient way on the camper van. And as such, if it had been done on our boat, we'd have more space to play with. Some food for thought there. A little jealous of Kate's hanging wardrobe. We lack this space. Ours is usually mostly under the bed. We do have a larger water tank though. This is 70 litres and ours is 500. And both boat and camper van, solar power and the ability to heat water. We are stealing these storage ideas from Kate here. Camille's on that as we speak. And the dual hob cooker, gas cooker with the oven beneath, isn't too dissimilar from the facilities that we have on Badger, which is the same with the dual hob and oven beneath, and obviously a sink. And just like Badger, they've got an external power source there for electrical hookup, so if we're on a marina we can do that, if she's on a campsite she can do that, and then there's also a mains water hookup as well. Looking like Tim from Chugging Along's contemplating a van of his own. But we're going to get Kate to move the van now so we can have a closer look through the rear doors of the van at how the storage under the seating stroke bed area actually works. Now there's two seating areas that make up the double bed, and storage is quite clearly underneath each seating area, accessible from both sides, and there's plenty of storage there for all manner of cleaning products and whatnot, as well as in the middle. A bike rack on the back, which is very handy. More storage here. And in a similar way on Badger, we have most of our clothes storage underneath the bed, and ours is a fixed double. But Camille likes to change the double bed in the daytime to a sort of makeshift lounge sofa area, which gives us more room to spread out and watch TV. Not that we've used the television once in the 5 months that we've been on the boat. So what you've noticed is there's an awful lot of similarities about how we use space, and even some of the things that we've used on the boat are identical, as you've seen in your mobile home. But what were your thoughts about the narrowboat?
So it was always a toss-up for me between a narrowboat or a rolling home, a van, a camper van. So it was really, really nice for me to be able to see, after having been on the road for months, being able to see Cameron and Camille's lovely new boat Badger. So Camille took me round, and I've been on them before, but they were more sort of commercial, so it was really nice to see a real home. And as Cameron said, there are many, many similarities. I particularly like the cosy feel of the narrowboat. It's obviously bigger than the van, but it's still very cosy feeling, and I can imagine shutting down all the portholes at night and peeking out and being right on the water. I mean, for me, that it's just magic. You guys are so lucky. So yeah, I'd love that. But I think I really like the layout as well. I love the way that you guys get to, similar to this really, you get to wake up in bed and then just throw open there, and you've just got the water and beautiful view, and Yeah, it's still a toss-up for me between van life and narrowboat. I'm hoping one day I'll have both.
Well, I think you've got a lot of pluses here. I mean, as much as we're completely in love with being on the water, I can see the attraction. The speed that you can get to places is a fraction of what it would take us. Although that's half of our attraction, is taking our time. But when you want to go shopping, boom, you're there. So you have that advantage. And I think as much as the network is laid out for us on the waterway, you have more scope maybe on four wheels.
I think so.
I think they're both great.
Yeah, I think I agree with you there, obviously, but what I saw last night and today when we hung out on Badger and just on the river was just everywhere you go, you've pretty much got your own beautiful garden, and you don't really get that with van life. If you're on campsites and things, there's often others around you. Some are really big, so you get the space, but that today was so peaceful. It was just us, nature, the water, and I just felt such a sense of peace and calm, and you get that with the van, but I think you get it more often. Well, you're
welcome back anytime, Kate, you know that.
I'm definitely going to come back, and I really hope we can park up next to each other.
That would be awesome.
That would be sweet, wouldn't it?
Thanks for showing us around though, Kate.
And you too. Thank you for everything.
Good to see you again. Well, water or wheels, regardless, I think it's safe to say Kate's pretty happy with her choices. Okay, so I did forget to mention the diesel heater that Kate has in the van, and when we did our tour many weeks ago, I forgot to do that as well. So it's a hot air blowing diesel heater that she has, which is more than adequate for the small space that she does have. But I loved that van. It was modern, it was sleek, and it's perfect for Kate.
Yeah, I was most impressed. I've seen it all along, but when you see it face to face, it's very different. I can see it better for a solo person, a single person, than for a couple.
I think we've only just got away with living in this small space.
Absolutely.
Well, you haven't killed me yet. That's the big bonus.
Absolutely. I can't see the two of us living on a van like that.
But if I was on my own, and I can see why with Kate, it's that independence that you have. I do know couples that have managed to do it. Kudos to you guys. We've had 5 months in a small space, and it's been a challenge. Yeah.
And for me, as a single person and a woman, what I was most impressed about Kate's
What
van...
do you mean, as a single woman? You're a married woman.
No, as a single person.
What are you not telling me, babe?
In terms of Kate being single and a woman, what I like most about it is that the cab, she doesn't need to come out of the van
I didn't
to get
film
to the cab.
Yeah,
because for me that is essential. Just in case she should hear someone knocking, she can always just get to the cab and just speed off. Whereas a narrowboat.
Yeah, I didn't capture that on film. You can get straight from the seating areas of the for driving straight into the back, and actually one of the seats swivels completely round and faces backwards.
Yeah, and for me that's a big perk because say it was a single person on a narrowboat and you heard something, you'd have to get out of it to really...
Well, you'd pick the knife up first, babe.
Yeah, of course you would.
I know you would.
And with a narrowboat, even if you're trying to escape, you can't get very far.
Yeah.
Whereas Kate would just be able to just...
Zoops, gone.
Yeah, and be gone. So that was a big perk for me.
I liked a lot of the things on the van. I think they did a better job of the shower facilities than they've done on this. They did a good job on this, but what it made me realise is using exactly the same...
Yeah.
If they'd have configured it slightly different, we would have gained more manoeuvrability going from front to the back of the boat.
That's very true. And when Kate came on here, she said, wow, it feels so big for her. And when I went onto hers, I was like, is my boat really too small?
Yeah.
Because I see, it's strange how easily you can just live in a small space.
Yeah.
Because it's so ideally laid out. The kitchen is right there. You have an open air. So it's just a very open atmosphere. It's very light, it's very bright, it's very airy. There's a fresh feeling that I love.
I think there's a lot of pros to it. As I mentioned to Kate, they've got more scope for going to different places and also for shopping, etc. Speed of getting from one place to the other. However, they are clamping down on a lot of things, unfortunately, on overnight camping for camper vans. Whereas with the canal system, it's an already established network of, if you want to call it, 2,000 miles of floating campsite, if you will. That's already established, and I don't think will be taken away. I like the speed of movement. I don't care if it takes me a week to move 40 miles, because the objective isn't the destination. I mean, it's a cliche when they say when you're travelling, it's getting there that's the real journey. The journey is the best part of it. And I think with a narrowboat, especially moving so slow, that's so true. Whereas I don't think you can take in as much when you're driving around. Yes, you can see the scenery, but you can't. You crash.
Yeah. For me, I like the nomadic lifestyle of the van. But in terms of nature and in terms of relaxation, then the boat wins for me with that.
Kate said the same.
Being on the water, there's around so much nature, and as Kate mentioned, that you wake up to your garden. Every day it's a different garden. Yeah. Right?
And I don't have to mow the lawn, which is also good.
Yeah, that's excellent. And with Kate as well, the fields, I'm sure, is nice, and you have your own private space, which is also a good thing. And you get to different places, like really remote areas that she can get to at a quicker time. And maybe her van will take her to more places.
I've got to think that a lot of it appeals to me, but I'm happy that we made this decision.
Yes.
I actually, as much as I would love to see Kate on the water, I think actually this is probably the best option for her.
I think.
And she can keep coming back to see us whenever she wants.
Yeah,
which
I
I'm
think
hoping
a van suits Kate perfectly.
Yeah.
Perfectly. And even when pictures are nice all these months, almost a year now that I've been seeing pictures, but when I really stepped onto it and I saw her in her element there, I knew this is what is ideal for her.
She seems so much more confident. She was never shy, but she seems, I don't know, it was good to see her.
Yeah,
and it was good to see her embrace the whole thing. So nervous to begin with, and have done so well.
Yeah, and a plus with living on a van like that is that you meet like-minded people. And I think that's what's really keeping Kate motivated.
I think so.
And keeping her going.
Networking.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there are our thoughts on the comparisons between it. We wanted to have this discussion with Kate because from the moment we decided to do this from way back in the Philippines, I kept our plans secret, except I did tell Kate when I found out what she was planning to do. And it's just so nice to know that we both followed through with those plans. So I'm hoping we can do another catch up with her and a vlog in the future date at another location. But thanks for watching. If you've got any comments, please stick them in the comments below. We love to get all the feedback from around the world. It's awesome. And make sure you click that like button and subscribe if you haven't done already. See you next week.
Thank you.